Which WoW expansion was the worst one ever? How to tackle this difficult question, considering most people think they were all bad. Except Vanilla, of course, because Vanilla was the best. Unless you start playing BC, because everyone knows BC was when the game was at its peak. But, through my infinite knowledge and logical deductive skills, I will show you which expansion was indeed the worst. To start off, I decided to look up other people's opinions on this matter on the WoW forums and Reddit mostly. According to Pjan, the Pandaren monk, BC was the best. Can't argue with that logic, but I'm not looking for the best expansion, I'm looking for the worst. Vanilla sucked. It's like saying the Stone Age was greater than this age, / equals retarded nostalgia. I think the Rogue makes a valid point, but in another thread asking why Cataclysm was the worst expansion, someone else made another very interesting suggestion. 'Cause it was shite. That E at the end of the shit really drives home the state of mind behind the commentary. He was so distraught with the state of the game that it affected his mental state to the point that he would misspell such a common and identifiable insult on the internet, where spell check is so rampant. The fact that he saw his mistake, yet just didn't really care, drives home the psychological impact that Kata really had on his psyche. I don't think anyone else can top this comment. It just reveals so much and gives so much information. But for the sake of fairness, I'll read through a few more comments just to get a broader picture. Hello. I've been playing WoW since the Burning Crusade, and I'd say that Mist is the worst expansion and the worst period of the game. The fact that this Night Elf Druid starts off our complaint with an enthusiastic hello gives it all away. You can tell she's dying inside. Everything about her life is dark and dull. She's desperately seeking for light in her meaningless existence. In an attempt to somehow put some kind of spark into her life by any means necessary, she starts off her comment about why Mist was the worst expansion by a misleading, enthusiastic hello, only to get some sort of sick satisfaction by the contrary statements that follow said hi that go on to contradict the overall tone and mood of her message. I had no idea the impact Mist had on people. So let's come to the end of an expansion cycle, and a new expansion has been announced. Currently we're in the hype stage, where everyone is getting excited and orgasming over every last scrap of data mined information and the like. But we all know it's coming. The day the expansion is released, everyone's going to say how much it sucks, and Pandora was better, and this fucking sucks. It happens every damn expansion, according to the player base. WoW is in a constant state of decline, and the current expansion is always terrible, but as soon as the next one comes out, it's retroactively a masterpiece. Come on guys, quit it. Well, this guy certainly makes a very valid point too. Batteries are so good. So looking for opinions online isn't very helpful after all, but not to worry, I have a foolproof plan for deciding the worst expansion. You see, my dogs are pretty good at getting into the garbage and eating poop, so if anyone were to know which expansion was crap, it would be the experts. But seeing as I can't really talk, I'll use representations as all the expansions and have them pick one. The Firefighter Man is Vanilla WoW, Hulk is BC, Ascended Super Saiyan Trunks is Wrath, Gigan is Kata, Stuffed Bear is Mist, and I'll even throw in this Green Goblin as Warlords. Come here, Lucky. Alright, Lucky. You're gonna pick this. Which expansion's the worst one? Go pick one. So we got the bear, huh? Alright, there you have it. It seems as if they think Mist is the worst expansion. But I like Mist. Pet battles are janky, yo. Don't worry though, I have another foolproof method for deciding which one was the worst. Objective data. No one can argue with facts. First, let's take a look at Illidan. Illidan has some really nice broad shoulders, plus he's got a pretty serious six-pack right there. It's kind of ridiculous, plus he has those tattoos on him which just amplify his already super solid muscles. This dude is like the example of having the perfect physique. Plus, he's always in some kind of power pose to just show off. Why Tyrande chose Malfurion over Illidan is anyone's guess. She must have been stupid or something, because, I mean, look at that. Alright, now taking a look at Arthas, the Lich King. He's a lot skinnier than I thought he would be. Turns out that armor's really bulky. Although I didn't really find too many pictures of him without a shirt on, there's only these two to go with. So far, he looks kind of average. I mean, he's still got those abs going on, and those arms are pretty defined. And not all that special. Illidan blows him out of the water in the ab department. He's kind of average, to be honest. Now, Deathwing, human form Deathwing. You'd be surprised how hard it was to find a picture of a human form Deathwing without a shirt on. You'd think it'd be a little easier than it was, but no. I mean, if I wanted to find a picture of Alex Strauss without her shirt on, that would be the easiest thing ever. In fact, I'd probably find that by accident. Purposely trying to find one with Deathwing like this, impossible, but whatever. I digress. This is actually a pretty nice fan art of him too. I like the glowy thing in the middle of his chest. His abs aren't really all that natural and everything, but I mean, it kind of works. He has that thin figure, kind of like the David Beckham look. And I don't know, the lighting, it's not the greatest picture in the world, but it's not half bad either. I would say just because of the stylistic choice of it, it beats out the Arthas fan art I found. But all in all, it's still nowhere near as good as Illidan. I mean, Illidan just... Alright, Garrosh. Garrosh goes around without a shirt on all the time, so this is easy as shit. This dude is built like a ox. He's huge. He's like if you took two Illidans and put them together and then painted his skin orange. Plus he's got the whole tattoos things going on, which really just amplify. Tattoos really just make your muscles look bigger. Although his belt is really big, so you can't really see his abs as well as you can with Illidan, who just goes with the straight off no shirt thing. But Garrosh is still a really nice, solid close second. Now I had to leave out the Warlords of Draenor and the Vanilla WoW stuff because I couldn't really find anyone with good abs from either of them. Then again, Warlords of Draenor is still pretty new, there's no real bosses out, and Vanilla didn't really have the most iconic looking bosses when it came to the shirtless men department, so I'm going to have to give those two a pass. But the undeniable winner of which character has the best abs is Illidan Stormridge, with Garrosh being a really close second.